This is TolkienCraft 2, Episode 9. Wow, Episode 9 already? Anyway, I am the PackRat. My name is Glendin 7 of 12, and I am in cool-looking armor. This is the red matter armor. I've had it for a while, but yeah, I look evil. I'm down in another today, putting down a secondary pump. Considering, well, let me hit that again. Considering the one I'm running is not enough. I have two pumps now instead of just one. I have to get the other thing. And I have two different channels on these ender tanks. Ow! What am I doing? That's a quarry, not a pump. Idiot. Idiot. Put it in there. Where's my quarry? Where's my pump? I know I got one in there. There it is. Pulled the wrong thing out. And another pump. I have enough power in here? Yep, I do. And it started. I have two channels. I have on these ender tanks. I have a red one and a cyan one. The other pump is the cyan one. We are at pump 1. I want to redo that. So I'm going to get rid of that remove, and I'm going to add a new pump 1. I just moved it, as you can see. Pump 1. Commit. Lock so I don't get stupid and delete it. Yeah. Pump 1 is set. Let's go check pump 2. I was down here bottling a few of these nodes. There's nodes everywhere. You can't see them from right here, but there are nodes everywhere. So I'm actually heading in two different directions, putting down two different pumps. And so, yeah, we're going to go to the pump 2, which is right here. Now, I was here just a little bit ago. The ones that I made were out of power. I had to go recharge them. And you're asking yourself, how did I recharge these ones? I haven't built anything yet to recharge these ones with. Oh, and I have a little something. I was in the deep dark back when I was putting the quarry in, which we'll check in a minute. And I found that if you have one of these little artifacts that provides illumination, when you're close to a wall or an object, it suddenly lights everything up. So it kept me from having to place torches continually while I was mining. I then ran back placing torches afterwards. Anyway, I was bottling nodes and ran and realized that I didn't charge these wands. Yeah, go away. Let's bottle this node before he blows it up. Hey, you guys, really? Now? Right in the middle of this, you're gonna get me? Really? And you. Yeah, go down there where you can't hit me no more. Stupid. Okay, now, once you bottle these nodes, don't hit them with the wand again, it'll unbottle them. That's a really nice one. Hit it with something else, and it'll break the thing loose, and then you'll have it. Oh, let me show you this. He can't hurt me. Got this red matter armor on. I bottled up that hungry node I showed you. That was a complete nightmare. It took me about 20 minutes of running around that, throwing glass blocks down before I could bottle it. But I did it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got it. I had just bottled these up, and all it is normal Minecraft glass and some wooden slabs, oak wooden slabs on the top. That's a pretty one. I need a bunch of these nodes in order to make what I need to make. I've got power in one wand. Yeah, okay, good. Then we'll go recharge these. Lag? What? Did I miss something? Did I not make that right? Is the one faulty? Not sure what's going on here. Okay, Minecraft glass. Oakwood slabs. Oh, I'm not sure what's up with this one. Glass all the way around. There's even glass inside up there. That wand is up. There it is. I must have had some sort of lag. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. I got them all. Let us put the crap we picked up into the ME system. Oh, and I need to show you more on that. And since this pump is running full out, I don't know when I'm going to have to change it, but let us move back to home. We'll start building this node. Because I just found a really nice one to start it out with. Oh yes, we is home. Oh, I've done a lot of TolkienCraft, which I just sat here clicking buttons for a long time. So I've got thousands of this now. I've figured this all out. I've done some TolkienCraft. Really not going to get into it right now, other than I've been working on getting all the aspects. So that when I find something to scan, all the aspects are there for me to scan it. Because it's a whole lot easier scanning things than it is making stuff. Like I just scanned a bunch of nodes in there that had soul or spiritus in it. So I've got 40 points of spiritus without having to combine the primal aspects in order to get them. Now we're going to put the wands away for a moment. I'm going to show you how I've been recharging. I've been sneaking over to the the wizard's tower and using their stuff. So I want to start out with one of these big ones with 4 primals. That only has 3 primals. We're going to start out with that one. This one right here. 4 primals. You need air, earth, fire, water, order, and Perdido on one of these nodes. And that's a pretty node. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it with this wand. And that's basically the only way you can break these is by tapping them with a wand. And it's broke. And there's the node, but it's not done yet. There's the node, and it's a Purdy node. And the reason I can see the thing is the helmet does that to me. Otherwise it looks like that. And it's a real Purdy node. And I'm starting to really admire what I did with the bookcases here. That was, yeah, a feat. Now the other ones I'm going to put here, and wait a minute, there's more. I bottled a whole bunch of stuff while I was exploring yesterday. Let's put one more down. And as I adventure, I will bottle more and more nodes. 3 of them, right? Now what you do, considering this has an energy field around it, it shouldn't take away from that node. It's going to eat these nodes. Now the trick to that is weaken them a little bit. Weaken them just a little bit. And that node there will start sucking away from these nodes until there's nothing left, until they're all zeros. You saw some sparks. Give it a few minutes and it'll be sparking again. And see, that one is a little too strong. Sometimes you don't even have to do this. And I'm going to go get more. It's very rare, but sometimes the node you're trying to build gets eaten. But, you know, if you watch it come back every once in a while, see, it just gained an aspect. It gained Perdido. It's eating the other nodes, which is what I want. I'm going to put 3 more here, and I think 3 more over here is too far. It might not be, but it could be. I want to weaken it just a little bit. You too. And let them spark and spatter, and I want to get this to like 10 of each So I'll keep putting nodes in there. Maybe, who knows? I've already got up to 16 of each. I mean, up to 12 of these air, earth, air, water, and fire. I've already got the minimum of 12 there. So maybe I'll try to get 12 of the others. And when you put a redstone signal on the top is when it creates the energized node that you can actually use. And that's very cool. It's, but don't ever break it again. See, it's sucking away. You got to make sure these don't start getting bigger, because if they do start getting bigger, then you need to drain them a little bit, make them a little weaker, so that as they recharge, the big node in the center is going to keep taking from it. And they take from each other too. But yeah, we'll leave it that way for a while, and we'll come back, and some of these nodes will actually disappear because the node in the center will eat them. Some of them will hang around with all zeros on them. But yeah, we're going to wait on these nodes for later on. I'll put them here when that is no longer. I don't know what I'm going to do with that hungry node, but I think I'll put it on a shelf. That is really cool. Don't ever break it. My hunger node. It actually started getting quite big before I was able to capture it. Another few minutes and I wouldn't have captured that. So wherever I put it, wherever I break it, I'll never get it back in that bottle again. Just to let you know. Get in the habit every time I go by this and I don't know what I want to do, I just click it a few more times. That's how you get the aspects. We're going up to the wizard tower. I may straighten this hallway out and do something different. Maybe that first one up, I'll have a straight hallway and then go up. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. I hatched some dragon eggs on my tower. And I hatched one and he went into the stone here and I couldn't get him back out. So, there's one there. So I went up to the top of the tower and I put down about 6 more eggs, which took all my energy, all my EMC. So we have a couple of dragons, different places, and I redid the tower. I haven't showed you that yet, but I'll do that next. Let me just go up here and recharge my wands. Every time I go up there, they throw stuff at me, so let's see what I get this time. Ow. Throw stuff at me. Go ahead. There it is. See? And I get more stuff. Can I come up here? And I've been coming up here and let's deal some juice. See, when you do that, it starts doing that. But there's 2 of these actually, and there's one over here. And it didn't work because the way they've redesigned this, the town was designed at a specific time, and then they updated it. And when they updated it, it no longer went through normal blocks. So I had to redesign that slightly so that it would work. See, look at that. That's cool. Going to pause it here for a minute just so that the wands recharge. Let me run back and maybe get the other one already. It only takes a minute for those to recharge. Now it's doing air. I mean, now you're throwing more stuff at me. Now it's doing earth. It's pretty cool because they'll change colors as they do this. Oh, the other one's doing air, so this one switched to earth. And that node, although it's charging very fast, is although the ones are charging very fast, you can't see it because these guys keep talking over top of me. There you go. The energized node itself is only 4s and 5s, so it's not a huge node, but it will charge a lot of stuff. And they're still throwing more stuff at me. I don't know what to do with all this stuff, but I guess maybe I should keep it in case I need it later. And we still have one more wand to charge. anyway. Let me pause this until it's fully charged. Okay, this wand is fully charged. I'm going to switch it with this other one. And that one's charging, and this one, I don't know if that one's charged. If it is, I'll pick it up. If it isn't, we'll leave. We'll come back later. Nobody's going to disturb my wands. Yep, it's fully charged. So I'll leave that one wand there. I'll put these away. Oh, I did get, I don't know if I told you last time, but I did get the collection of spawners I was looking for. I want to do something with the blaze. I want to do something with the Enderman, and that's going to be over top of the blood altar. Not their blood altar, my blood altar. Haven't even thought about where to build it yet. Anyway, you going to throw more stuff at me? More stuff? More stuff? No? Okay. Let's take the short way back and go home. Now, that's my way up and out, and these are still building. Oh, I see. It's got another one. The any of the aspects that are not primal will disappear and be eaten by the rest when you energize the node. It will only retain primals, but yeah, you see how these are all going down to zeros, and they'll stay that way. As soon as they come back up a little bit, they'll. That one looks like it needs a little bit. Well, it's alright, as long as it isn't taken from that one. And if they start doing like that, I might have to break it and put another one down. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to keep bottling nodes. I've done a little bit of, I haven't changed anything in here yet. I got to redo that. Haven't changed anything over here yet. George, where's George? Oh, there is water here somewhere. Can you hear it? Oh, of course. I like that sound. That's why I left it there. Did a little work here. George, where are you? Since I have this charm of dislocation already set up to the nether and the deep dark portal, and oh, I put in the twilight forest, so we'll be going there, and I'll set the charm up to go there and then take the portal down. I'm thinking about taking these portals down, and I've already completely gutted out the dungeons below us. There's nothing in there worth value, so I'm thinking about bricking this up as well, and maybe cutting this wall out and go from here to my blood altar. I'm not too sure about the runic altar either. I'm thinking about putting it here. I'll cut this out and make a room and put my runic altar there. Maybe. I worked on this a little bit because George needed a bedroom, and there was an extra room over here that I haven't redone yet, but George seems happy with it, so I'll rework that later. But I did this hallway, and I began this room. I haven't finished the top of it because I got sidetracked, and I haven't done anything with these yet. I haven't needed to. Hi, George. What's up with you? Like, oh, really? So you like your new bedroom? Good. I'm going up to see the dragons, George. Yes, dragons. There's more than one up there. And we're up into the tower, and I worked on this tower. Oh, there's my green one. I worked on this tower and changed it about around. Yeah, I changed a whole bunch of stuff. Let me get on my green one. I got a green dragon. I used the G13 keypad, and for some reason the up and down on your character and up and down on dragon conflict with each other. So I have a different key press I have to reconfigure. And there's my black dragon. Let me get, it's hard to see once you're on the dragon, so let's do that. Green and red, I'm a Christmassy dragon. I am the dragon rider. Anyway, I redid this tower, and it looked kind of evil and cool. I turned it to ancient stone, put some carpenter rocks in there. That's about it. Let's, you know what I need? I need some fish for these guys, and a couple of bones. Fish. Now the reason I did these here is because I want to explore this island. Continent, whatever I'm on. I don't know. So we got some bone and we got some fish. These guys like fish. And let's land him. Press the right button, stupid. Let's land him. Park him here. How about a little closer? That's perfect. Get your tail out the way. Yes, that's perfect. No. Perfect. Right there, like that. And then I can get off. Woo! Change my view. Feed him some fishes. You hungry? There we go. How about you? You hungry? There we go. I'm going to tell him to sit. Sitting. True. Yes, sit. I want you to stay there. And we're going to get this guy. Well, I'll come back and do this later. There is a few more things I need to do. I need to check the quarry. I need to, yeah. I did work a lot on TolkienCraft. I don't want to show it to you yet. I want to get more done. Okay, I need to switch back again. I'm not ready to explore yet. Not today, but yes, I am a dragon rider now. And I got a couple of dragons for the Middle Earth, but it's so slow. Hi, George. Telling me anything yet besides that old moldy skull? You know, that ain't right, George. Don't backtalk me. Give me a what? Okay. Dragons up top are resettled. Check on these notes again. I need to check on my quarry. Yeah, that's getting bigger. That's all I wanted. Just get bigger. Click this a few more times. I always do this when I go by. It's how I get all those aspects. If I watch a movie, I'll sit here clicking this too. I forgot what I was going to do next, really. Let's put the fish and the bones away. I don't want to smell up my inventory. Let's put that back over here. Quarry. Yes, that's the next thing I was going to... Oh, while I'm here, before we go to the quarry, let me show you what I've done. Oh, not again. One of the pumps is down. It sucks up blood every once in a while. And these tanks, I may have to find a different tank because these tanks really don't understand what to do with the blood. It's supposed to flow down. And if it's not all the same tank, it doesn't. Well, I mean, I have... Perhaps I should put a void tank there with the blood. Because when it comes into the system, let me see, when it comes into the system, it's pumped right out again into a void tank. But getting into the system is my problem at this point. If it starts pulling up blood, it sort of... Because there's blood pools down there. Why? I do not know. But once we get past that, it... See? I think that blood is soaking up right now. And it'll get voided, but that means this tank stops. So I have to figure out something different here. Perhaps breaking all this up. See, two of these tanks go from one of the pump. If you step back, it's all... The bottom two are red. The top two are cyan. So two tanks come from one pump, two tanks come from the other pump. And maybe I should break this all up and put, you know, input yeah, and input it from there. Put a ME connection on each one of these tanks. That way it'll suck out whatever's in it no matter what. instead of the tank trying to flow down to the next. Because it seems to, it may look cool and all, but it's not functioning the way I need it to function. That's what happens. You design something on paper or in your head, and you bring it out into the real world, and it doesn't work as it should. Oh, one of my pumps looks like it just went down. That's not a good thing. Now, why aren't you flowing down? Yeah, hyperactive hammer. Yeah, one of my pumps just went down. Alright, let's go visit the pump. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to show you this. I was standing on an elevator when I pressed the button. This is the system that was in place before. This is underneath all the lava generators, and these are the fluid export buses that feed all the lava to the generators that feed the power to my quarry. They were there the whole time. I just didn't cut these channels so that you could walk between them and check them. And because I started having problems and I got tired of tearing up the floor. And this was down here. This is the input chest from my pouch. Basically, when I go looting, everything goes in there. And yeah, I found out that I wanted to start exporting items. Oh, I've got one of these. Into this chest to create red matter so that I can put it into this and actually use it for things. But I couldn't put more than 6 of these export buses on this chest. So I'm thinking to myself, how can I do that? So I built a pipe system underneath all these chests and put an ME export bus on each, put 3 on each chest. So now I can put all kinds of things, because there's a limit to, all you have is 9 items you can put on each one of these buses. So if you have more than, a couple of sets of 9 items, then you're not going to ever get them in there. So I have all these buses set up so that I can, every time I find something in here that I'm starting to get a load of, in order to get rid of it, if it doesn't have an ME value, well, what's with that? See, something, I don't have that. I must have not put that in there. So I start getting a real load of something, I will either, if it doesn't have a value, I'll assign it a value that I have to come back and do. Or if it does have a value and I haven't put it in here yet, I may not have put that in there. Then I put that in there. And now it will start coming through this chest. And it will empty out of the ME system, and it'll come into here and be put into something a little bit easier to deal with, which is red matter. It's almost a half a million EMC. So then I take the tablet and I put the EMC in it, and look, I have more. I'm trying to not spend any of this. I want 30 million EMC so I can get that ring of flying. Tired of walking, need a ring of flying. It'll make things a whole lot better, especially exploration. So yeah. So let's go check the pump that went down, and I'm really not sure which one it is. Pump 2 maybe. I'll check pump 1. Probably needs to be moved again. I'm gonna have to, yeah, there it is. I knew it. So now let's run out here and see if we can, let me get the map to come out a bit. Oh look, we should have, sit here first and then I'll head over there. I think I found a really nice lake here, and this might be a good spot for it. Right here. No energy. What? Really? You're gonna do this to me? You wasted all your energy? That means I just have to prime it. I just need one of these for a minute. Prime it. And there it goes. And now it's self-sustaining. And I put this back in there. And there it goes. And there it goes. Turning all the lava into cobblestone or stone. Smooth stone. And there it goes. Anyway, Let's visit pump 1 a moment. It's still working. I had just placed this down before I started recording. It's doing well, it looks like. These aren't, I like looking sometimes. These aren't, it's a graphics glitch. I wanted to look. You get too close, it forces an update. Okay, these are set. So where are we going next? We're going to the quarry to take a look at that. Okay, we're at the quarry. This is what it's doing. Wow, I got flowers in here. It changes stone to dirt, and it does it on the chunk. So this is the edge of the chunk, and it's gone that way, chunk after chunk after chunk. Still scanning blocks, still updating, still bringing in stuff. No, it isn't. I reset this not too long ago. It had a glitch, something messed up. I don't know what it was. I had to pull these up. I had to put this back down, and it's still getting to where it was, which shouldn't really be long. And then, since I had to fly all the way down, this is 1,000 blocks away. Since I had to fly all the way down to each one of these things, I decided to go ahead and put... For some reason, these didn't load, as in chunk loading. So if they didn't load... Excuse me, let me take a drink of water. Okay, like I was saying, since these didn't load, the quarry couldn't find them. So instead of running 1,000, running 1,000, running 1,000 in order to get around to each one of these, I decided to put... So the last time I visited them here, see, these aren't chunk loaded for some reason, and they won't function again until I visit them. Maybe it's, you know, unloading and reloading the world. See, now they're working. Now this one goes this way and that one goes that way. Each one of these has to have 2 directions on it. Yeah, there we go. Now go back to the quarry. It's a whole lot easier than taking 10 minutes to run 1,000. Now, that's what happened before, and I didn't understand that before. Because I went 1,000 out, it was too far, because it wouldn't load. Now, this should be going that way as well. But technically, right now, since I got the quarry running, I don't even need these ender markers. You need those when you first place down the quarry and click on it once. This is still scanning. And if we were to head this way, we might not actually see it. Yeah, see, that's the edge of it. It's doing this chunk. Wait a minute. What is it? F9? Yeah, F9. It's working on this chunk now from the edge of the marker, which is here, into there. So we can't actually see it. I mean, if we were going to... Well, we can, you know. We could do this. Yep. Somewhere in this message, though, it's working on it. So it must have stopped here. And that's the next, you know, block it's going to do. It works on blocks all the way from upper bedrock to lower bedrock, and then moves on to the next block row, or column. The next block column. So, yeah, it'll do all this next. Let's just, yeah, see, it's already done this whole area, and it was going back to front or front to back. So it might be working. Yeah, see, it's working like right here. And it's finishing this chunk. That's why it didn't go any farther, because of the chunk. And it just started on this chunk. And I bet you it's going this direction. It's going from here to here to here. And then the chunk loading of the markers fouled up. And I had to pick up the markers and put them back down again. Wrong button. No, we don't want that either. Don't want that. Perfect. So, yeah, pretty much it fouled up right about there. So I didn't know why it had fouled up. I just, I guess when you save the world and then come back into it again, you have to visit these markers, which is why I put everything on this. I just go Q1, Q3, Q4, the quarry being Q1, and then the quarry starts again. And if I have to pick up the quarry and put it back down, well, it's going to start over again, which is what it did. Let's put these in there. They'll get turned into energy. Anyway, that's visiting the quarry. It's 1,000 by 1,000, and it's a square block. So it's 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000 by something like that. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of this episode. I hope I talked about anything I wanted to talk about. I found another bandit camp. This is another thing I want to talk about. And I pulled out a Ring of Arcadia from the transmutation table. And oh my god, I set it to fire. And I turned fire spread on instead of off. And that ring, it was just amazing. It is the way to do a bandit camp. I walked through there and burned everyone alive. I burned the buildings, the tents, anything that was in there. I burned it to the ground. The only thing that stayed there was the beds basically the beds and the chests. And I went through and broke all the chests, broke all the beds, sucked them all in, and went on. Yeah, that Ring of Arcadia is... Otherwise, it takes me hours and hours to go through each one of those. There is no quick way to break blocks of wool that I know of. So it gets difficult trying to figure out where you've been and where you need to go yet. I have this set to open road. And like I said, I did have a dragon out there, and it was just... The dragon flies too fast. The game can't keep up with it. It can't load properly. I need a ring of flying, which I can go slower with. I can move a little bit and then wait for the game to catch up. And, the game isn't really designed to be moving fast. It's designed at a walking pace. So, this is where I'm at Middle Earth. And I am scanning nodes. Oh, merchants have showed up nearby. And I'm adventuring. Wait a minute, I messed something up. Let me bring my map back out. There we are. We are in a land. Ooh, we have something up here to the right. A village? Another bandit camp to burn down? I think this episode might just go over a bit. Let's find out what that is first. That's starting to look like a bandit camp. Oh, yes. Come on. See what I'm talking about loading? It's a bandit camp. Oh, yes. We are going to do some burning. Oh, yes, we are. Let's get up there. Let's sneak up there without them seeing us. It's a bandit camp. Oh, yes. Oh, and it killed all the villagers, too, that are in... Yeah, that last bandit camp seemed to be part village, part bandit camp. Yeah, give it a minute to load here. And, wow. I don't know what those are, but you pick them up and you can throw them, so, yeah. Go figure. Anyway, if I take my trusty axe and do that, I have a way into the bandit camp. And it even took out half that building. And if I were, well, let's save this for next episode, huh? Let's leave it right here, right exactly here. And we'll cut this episode and restart the next one. Thank you for coming along with me. And leave a like if you liked it. So it helps me out to figure out whether I should keep doing this or do something else. And Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. It'll help me out a lot. Eventually, I might get a couple of coins flowing in here to buy other games with to do. Whoops, I did this too, and it's going to fall. So I'm not going to stay here in this exact spot because it's going to fall out from under me. Let's walk over here and stay at this exact spot. Yes? Yes, we can do this. This exact spot. All right, I will catch you later. Next episode.